Last episode, a loss against Liverpool meant we are still 3 points off top spot, and with a tight league this season, can we turn it around? Hey, what's going on, guys? Respect the Jeff here with another episode in this Chelsea career. We are unfortunately still a handful of points off top spot after losing to Liverpool in that last episode. They are top of the league right now, joint top of the league along with Manchester United, both on 40 points apiece. We are just 3 points behind both of them. 17 games played, so still plenty of time to turn this around, but it needs to start here and now with this game against Everton, who maybe haven't been as good as they can be in the league, but still carry a threat. Alright, here we go, straight into the action for this episode. Got a ton of games to work through, especially in the league, as that is our priority this year, and trying to see if we can't close that gap between both Liverpool and Manchester United, who have become front runners for that top spot in the league, along with us and Tottenham. It's a very, very tight top of the table so far this season, as opposed to last season, where Liverpool kind of blew everyone out of the water, and we sort of fell off the mark about halfway through the season with injuries. Hopefully that does not happen again. Only time will tell for us, but things have been looking a little bit better so far. Loftus-Cheek finding Hakim Ziyech, and this may open the scoring for Chelsea, and he does. Hakim Ziyech, who else? Goal after goal, assist after assist. This guy has been magical over the past 2 seasons, and he links up really well with the entire rest of our team, who all seems to be on the same page, playing well. And really, I mean, despite the transfer ban and selling Havertz, we seem to be better than ever. Loftus-Cheek back there doing bits in the middle of the pitch, and honestly, we have strength all over the pitch, and even with the departure of Thiago Silva, Declan Rice stepping up, our defense has been better than ever. And this guy, Timo Werner, now another chance for him, coming in behind and waiting to maybe get a cross off, looks to go at it alone, and if it was any other player, say maybe a bit selfish, but we've seen him convert chances like that time and time again this season, and you would peg him to get one just like that. Tammy Abraham now in the box and poked away, looking for a second here. Chelsea unable to do it. Everton barely clinging on though, as Chelsea continue to bomb forwards. Hudson-Odoi, he has options. Can he pick them out? No, another chance goes wide here, and we're forwards now with Ziyech. Chance after chance here shaping up. Ziyech, a little bit of flair on the end of that move, and he's opening up for a shot here, taking his man on. Not bad at all. Ziyech clips one up, back post, and Abraham can't quite get to it. It's still before halftime here. Chelsea have had 4 or 5 fantastic opportunities to score, still only have the one, but we are looking for more. Ziyech is running rampant in this one. Great footwork again. Hudson-Odoi blasted across the face of goal and headed away here. Everton coming into the second half, their first real look at goal there, and it didn't trouble Mendy too much, so Chelsea still very much comfortable in the lead here, but we have to make sure we can grab a second and really extend that gap a little bit so we don't end up with a mistake here at the end of the game costing us points, because every single point is going to count here at this stage of the season. Tammy Abraham waiting for the through ball, and he finds Hudson-Odoi, who has options. This time Ziyech again. Can he pick out the right pass? Abraham, Werner, still going, cuts inside, and it's blocked. Chelsea, another missed opportunity, and 80 minutes in, time is winding down for us to grab a second. On the other hand, Everton gotta make decent work of this time left if they want to salvage a point out of this game for themselves. Faguli taking on Rice, who's not having any of that. Declan Rice again showing why he's captain of this side. Fantastic defending. Oh, it's just too easy at the moment, isn't it? Timo Werner is through on goal now, and he has a shot dragged straight at the goalkeeper. That's probably the last chance of the game, given how late it is at this stage, but Tavares chesting it down. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon here with Everton getting forwards. A little dink over the top, but nothing comes of that move. And the whistle blows. Chelsea do see this one out. 3 points to us. A little closer than we would have liked, probably. Maybe not the best performance in finishing from us, but as always, great defensive showing. Solid midfield play. And there, Rudiger could not keep the clean sheet against his former side for Everton tonight. That will favor us, though. Chelsea inch a little bit closer to that top spot. We just gotta hope, rather, that one of those other teams slips up in the process. All right, well, Burnley up next, and we know what kind of threat they carry. Time and time again, they have given us trouble in this career mode save, and I think it's a pretty universal phenomenon at this point. They seem to be really set up to frustrate teams in FIFA. So we're going for it. We got to give this our all. We need points here. Nothing less would count. Zapata gets a start up top this time. I think we can afford to put Radu in goal, and let's see how this pans out. We'll get straight back into action. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. Zapata leads the line up top. This time around, he and Abraham have both been absolutely outstanding. The rest of the team mostly unchanged because we've been playing so well. Radu deserves a shot and goal, like I said. 80 overall now. He's definitely starting to fill out his potential a little bit with Mendy not getting any younger. I mean, he's definitely still our number one, but we are keeping an eye out for the future here and our younger goalkeeper who has, I mean, hats off to him, played fantastic this season. Really, no mistakes, and I feel like he's played every bit as well as Mendy when given the chance here, but just a little bit of seniority, I think, edges Mendy out for that starting position at the moment. Chelsea a little frustrated here already by Burnley's very defensive setup. We're looking for any kind of gaps we can find, and Azpilicueta puts one up to the back post, and Nick Pope gets a great hand to that. Burnley hanging on here. Oh, they get the ball forwards here through Rodriguez, who slides it out wide for Peters. Mason Mount getting back, doing the defensive work, but Burnley continue to bomb forwards here, looking for a way through and just being a little frustrating there on the offense. Mason Mount eventually hounds him into losing possession, and Hudson-Odoi now a little bit of space to run into Zapata, and he has the option. How about this? Mason Mount, can he pick out the third pass? Yes, Timo Werner, surely this will be a goal for Chelsea, and we've done it. We scored against Burnley, and that's the hard part. They set up, like I said earlier, to frustrate teams and not allow a lot of chances. Now that we got the goal, they'll either have to come out of their shell a little bit, or we'll see this one out for a 1-0 victory. Either way, I think that suits us, and hopefully this is a sign of better things to come for the rest of the 90 minutes here. Chelsea off to a pretty decent start so far, and we did get the goal. Burnley, a little half chance in there. Upamecano reads it well. He's another one who's getting minutes out there tonight. Not really a starter in the team as of late. Zuma and Rice definitely have those spots locked down, but he's looked decent this season. Maybe not going to edge the other two out for a spot, but he definitely deserves some minutes here. Timo Werner, great footwork, and he picks out just the wrong man. Rather Loftus-Cheek kind of leaving it there. It was a decent pass, a little miscommunication, and that results in Chelsea not capitalizing and grabbing a second goal here. Burnley still coming forwards, though. That's a very decent ball over the top for Brady, but it is offsides, and Chelsea still doing their work, keeping their shape defensively here. Brady again finding space out on the wing. Declan Rice out there to meet him, though. Not going to happen. And again, Brady. Rice closing down again, looking for a way through. And he almost gets the better of our captain, but is forced back. Lovely defending there again by Declan Rice. And really, Burnley just not able to get anything going with this tough defensive work going on here. Chilwell makes easy work of that, and he is away down the wing now. Chelsea, tons of room to run into. Burnley a little overcommitted, getting forwards. Can we find a little bit of room here? Loftus-Cheek, lovely ball through for Hudson-Odoi, chips it back up, and it's a penalty. Dragged down in the box, and Chelsea make the most of that situation. Eric Peters caught out in a bad position there. Hudson-Odoi was galloping into the box, did well to get the pass off just ahead of that challenge, and now Timo Werner here to make it 2. Can Chelsea secure the lead here and surely grab all 3 points? Well, let's see here. Timo Werner stepping up, goes for top bins, and he delivers. Absolutely perfect penalty kick there. You can't ask for any better than that. No goalkeeper's going to save that kind of shot into the top corner. Rifled it with such power and precision, and Timo Werner honestly showing why he's probably in the top 2 or 3 strikers in the world at the moment, scoring goals for fun and doing so in confident fashion. Takes home the ball today because he was man of the match by a landslide, grabbing a 3rd goal there as part of the recording cutout, but it was a pretty simple tap in, if I'm being honest. So good performance from Chelsea here, and now we move on. All right, well, a break in action here, and we take on Newport County in the FA Cup. All right, well, a chance for some of our younger players or more fringe players to get some minutes here. And this is just before we get into the January window here. We're going to have a chance coming up to appeal our transfer ban, and we'll have to see next episode if that comes to fruition. It's the new event for this episode, though. For $25 million, we can try to hire a world-class team of lawyers in an effort to overturn this ban. It'll give us a 50-50 chance of success. I'll have a roller or some kind of way of making that happen at the beginning of next episode. Comment below in the comment section of this video if you guys would like to see that, if you think it's a good idea. We have $205 million to spend after all those player sales that we made this season, so it would bring us to 180. Still a ton to spend, especially in January on new signings. So even if we go with it, I think we're still in fine financial shape. But I'll leave the decision up to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll see next episode what comes of that. But like I said, in the meantime, we do get to action here. I'm giving the chance to plenty of our fringe players. Azizi Salem starts out on the wing. Barbosa, obviously, our go-to young striker up top. Zaha on the wing. Billy Gilmore gets minutes in the middle, as well as Theo Jaggi, our young academy prospect. Ampadu, a notable addition in the back line, as well as Tavares and Azpilicueta. Honestly, a fully rotated starting 11, more or less, outside Ziyech. A couple decent options off the bench, including Timmy and Tammy Abraham, both brothers. Neither are going to start this one, but ones to watch out for sure here, as they both might get minutes in this match. So we go out into the game against Newport County, and let's get to it. All right, here we go. Another game and another chance to progress in a cup match here. We are reigning champs for the EFL and FA Cup, and we'll look to make that happen again this season. EFL Cup, our hopes have gone for that already, but at least in the FA Cup, we could go for the three-peat here, third win in a row for us, but we'll have to put in some good performances to make that happen, and maybe get a little fortunate with the draws along the way. We've had pretty easy goes of it so far. Flavio Barbosa starts up top. Minutes a little limited this season with both Abraham and Zapata both playing so well, but it's not for a lack of performances. He's put in great performances really all season and last season. It's just a matter of the two players ahead of him being just a little bit better at the moment, but obviously Barbosa with the potential on him, still only 17 or 18 years of age at this stage and 80 overall. He's honestly got the potential to be one of the best players in the world at this moment. Chelsea with some good build-up play here. Salem getting involved a couple times in the build-up play. Can't quite come off for him. His shot doesn't even end up finding its way to the goalkeeper, but we definitely see flashes of brilliance there, and he's another player that we're keeping an eye out on. Progressed a little less than some of our other youth players over the last season or two, but obviously still tons of potential on him. Had a very good loan out at Vitesse last season, and although he's had pretty limited minutes here this season, like I said, we know the player that's in there. Newport County with the first really decent chance of the game straight at Radu. Doesn't trouble him too much, but the space had opened up, and that's not far off at all. We can't underestimate them here at Newport. Although they are definitely lower rated than us, they have been playing well. Chelsea looking a little discombobulated at the moment. Another header flies high of the post there. Another chance kind of saved there for Chelsea as Newport continued to sort of dominate proceedings over the last 5-10 minutes here. We got to get ourselves back in this game and do it quick before we end up slipping up here. Ampadu doing some good defensive work here, and Azpilicueta working that ball around in the back line. Definitely not a high press from Newport County, so we end up getting the ball pretty high up the pitch here. Azizi Salem, Flavio Barbosa finds Ziyech, waiting to work a way through here. Ziyech got the vision on him, and he finds Salem cutting inside, and the footwork lets him down there. A little disappointing so far from Azizi Salem. We know he likes the flair, but hasn't quite come off for the young winger so far tonight, but still plenty of game left to play here as Newport County get forward. Abraham's not related to either of our Abraham brothers, doing some good bits here. Out on the left-hand side, Ampadu closing down and still going. Lovely ball into the box. Upamecano barely gets a boot to it, and Radu eventually makes the catch here. 35 minutes gone, and Chelsea really unable to get anything going here against Newport County. Although that might change here with Flavio Barbosa working the ball back for Tavares. Looking for the open option here. Jaggy works the ball into the box. Zaha slips it through. Ziyech surely. Oh, lovely goal. Dinks it over the goalkeeper. And there you have it. Hakim Ziyech showing why he's just a class above the rest of the players out there on the pitch tonight. Obviously, one of our best players, if not probably our best player, I'm going to go ahead and say, over the last 2 seasons. Shows just why that is the case here in the FA Cup, with another goal to his name. Playing so well out of the center of the pitch here. We've had a couple games with him out on the right as well. He can really fill in wherever, more or less outside of the defense probably. He's just such a class player going forwards. Salem now picking the ball up on the wing. Little dink there behind the goalkeeper, and he keeps play going here, linking up with Billy Gilmore. Salem still going, and that's better from him. Finds the feet of Theo Jaggy, who progresses the ball forwards. Great build-up play here from Chelsea. Salem twisting and turning. Gilmore pokes it through. Oh, how about this from Chelsea? Tavares crossing opportunity, and he can't quite pick out Gilmore past the run of Salem there, and Chelsea unable to grab a second here. Newport County with the ball just before the end of the first half. Surely the whistle will blow soon. And it does. Chelsea go in with a 1-goal lead. Not the best from us. I definitely expect better things in the second half. And we get that underway right away here with Billy Gilmore looking for the run through. Salem finding the space in behind. Chelsea looking re-energized already. Barbosa just offsides there, so he waits for the cross. Salem still going. Great footwork, and this is where he excels. Salem fakes the shot, and he's still going here, taking his man on. Shot outside the box off his left foot, and it's pretty much straight at the goalkeeper, but really, really good stuff to set that all up from Salem, and that is exactly what we can expect from him, that kind of movement and creativity, a little bit of flair on him as well. Great dribbling. Barbosa now in the box. A little bit of a case of out-and-out finisher, rather. Flavio Barbosa scoring tons of goals, especially at such a young age. And can we expect to see some from him tonight? Let's see here. As the ball works into the box, Barbosa tries to cut inside there. Well read by Lang, though. It's time for some substitutions. It's going to be Wilfred Zaha coming off. Timmy Abraham coming on for his debut performance here. The younger brother of Tammy, who he picked up a season or two ago, hasn't featured at all yet, and I figure if there's ever going to be a case, why not now? Barbosa pushed out to the left-hand side as Timmy goes up top, and Barbosa, we've seen him play well off that left-hand side a couple times this season. Timmy Abraham here linking up with Ziyech, waiting for the run. No one really making the right movements here. Ziyech still in possession of the ball. Fantastic player to find the composed pass. Gilmore, link-up play here between Jaggy and Timmy Abraham, who grabs a goal on his debut. Lovely stuff from Tammy's younger brother to get out there and show us what he's got against Newport County. Double the lead for Chelsea, and it's just a real simple sequence in the end that undoes all that hard work that Newport County have been doing defensively. Theo Jaggy getting an assist and playing pretty well in the center of the pitch as well. Obviously, we know he has tons of potential. Got a decent number of appearances last season. Can this be the start of something special here for Timmy Abraham? It'll have to be something very impressive to edge out the rest of our strikers. We already have three great ones ahead of him, and Tammy coming on now. It's both brothers going on up top. Why not? We have a solid lead, and I figure I'll just boost morale a little bit and give the two of them a chance to shine together. Timmy and Tammy on the pitch together for the first time in their careers, I believe. Ziyech playing through Flavio Barbosa now. Ton of strike force up top for Chelsea here between both the Abrahams and Barbosa, and Salem, who clips it back for Abraham. Lovely finish, and he is left wide open in the center of the pitch. Newport County being blown wide open at this point of the game. They've started to give up maybe just a little bit. They played very well in the first half, credit to them, but definitely fallen off here. It was Timmy to pick out Salem, who, props to him, gets an assist here. Tammy Abraham, lovely finish. Did all the hard work, really, to guide that one into the bottom corner with ease and really make it look easy. Timmy and Tammy linking up again here. Barbosa waiting for the run through, and good strength to hold off his man, and he's still going here. Barbosa, it's just too easy for Chelsea at the moment, still going here. And Barbosa cutting it back. Abraham, composed touch, and how about that for a finish? Tammy Abraham, maybe showing why he is at the moment the better Abraham out of the two. Absolute world class from him. Touchdown from the thigh and just rockets it into the top corner. He's in outstanding form this season, as well as the rest of our strikers, really. I mean, all four of them have shown what they've got at some point of the season. And it's a good problem to have for Chelsea as we keep scoring goals and keep progressing in these competitions. So that's surely game over here. 4 goals for Chelsea, and Salem with the ball out on the wing. Can we have one more look at goal here with about a minute remaining? Ziyech works the ball through. Tammy Abraham cuts it back across the face of goal. Looking for Ziyech, and unfortunately for us, we couldn't grab a fifth, but it does not matter. Definitive victory. That is exactly what we've needed after a couple close calls in our last couple matchups. Obviously not the greatest competition, I know that, but it was good to see some of our younger or lesser rated players get a run out there, and great stuff from Chelsea. All right, well, that fun little run in the cup is over, and it's back to league action. Taking a look at the calendar here, Manchester United, our next opponents. That is going to be a huge one as we got to close that gap, and then some should be winnable games coming after that. We'll get a little bit of a break against the top opposition at least, but taking a look at the table as it stands, Man U and Liverpool ahead of us. It is going to be a must-win match, isn't it? In the meantime, thank you to the coaching staff who's been helping me make decisions for this career as well as the upcoming one for Schalke. If you're interested in joining that, go to patreon.com/respectedjeff. Help support the channel as well as get a little more active if you've been enjoying this series, or just consider subscribing. Helps me out a ton either way. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you watching these videos, and I'll be back soon with next episode. But until then, I'm Respected Jeff, and I'll see you next time.